What's going on, my friends? It is 3:19 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States of America. And let me go ahead and say welcome to the stream. It's a little earlier than normal, isn't it? Normally I stream with a lot of you guys. I don't know, I'm curious. Are you guys from the UK? Are you guys from the other side of the globe from where I am? If so, this is probably a good time for you guys, right? Watch a little Hello Greedo stream. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Arijo? Last Rodin? Green Shadow. Nagistic. Lordy Lobster 94, Fun Stuff, Spicy Salts, and Connor, Mr. M98, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of this stream, man. I completely missed it. I guess do I have the notifications turned on when I'm in the starting screen? Maybe I don't. Maybe I've never noticed. But yeah, everybody, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Makatsi, Connor, M98, Psychotic. What's up, Psychotic? Hey, guys, it just feels like a few hours ago I was here for the Q&A. It was, right? Not even 24 hours ago. Yeah. Yeah. Anarchist Entertainment, just got done with your Star Wars Resistance review. The MMORPG thing was so true. So glad someone else made that connection. Yeah, dude, I got a huge MMO vibe from that episode. I think it's because it was kind of a contained community, right? I really enjoyed it. Like I've said, I've only watched the first episode of Resistance so far. I had zero expectations going in. I wasn't actually looking forward to watching it, but hey, you know, I'll give everything a chance. And I watched it, and I have to say, it hooked me quicker than Rebels, the first episode of Rebels. It hooked me quicker, a lot quicker than the first episodes that I watched of the Clone Wars. Resistance, I think there's a lot of potential now. I don't know what happens in the next 2 episodes that are released, right? There's only 3 episodes out at the moment, right? So I can't really comment on that, but the first episode was really great. I think it has so much potential. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. But, yeah, all right. By the way, did you do those Discord questions on the Q&A? Oh, fuck. I completely forgot to copy-paste Discord questions. I need to remind myself next time. I apologize, Makatsu, for that. I'm sure the guys were wondering why I didn't. Shit. I guess I didn't think about it because everybody on the Discord can hop on and actually be like a... you know what I mean? Like, if they're not a patron, they can hop on and just do a chat. But the thing is, not everybody can hop on when I'm on, right? But Makatsu, yeah, toss your question in here. I'll chit-chat with you. Have you seen the BF2 leak? The Grievous thing? It was just a screenshot, right? Yeah. Yeah. It looks like Grievous. Yeah. What's up, AT-AT? I live in the same city as you. Nice, Jake. Nice. It's a beautiful city, isn't it? As everything you ever wanted. So yeah, it's pretty neat to kind of go into a TV show, the first episode of a show, and just kind of not really look forward to it, and then watch it and be completely enthralled and engaged, and actually want to watch the subsequent episodes. I'm pretty excited. And as I said in the review that I just uploaded a couple minutes ago, it had such a huge, well, like I said, it reminded me of like an aircraft carrier, a floating city, basically, right? It also reminded me of an MMORPG where, you know, Kaz is running around, going on different things that he needs to accomplish, a contained city. It was neat. I really enjoyed it. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Copyright James Bond. Doom 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 doom. All right. You know, I'm sick of not being able to find a goddamn extraction map. Sorry, I'm reading something that got sent to me. Cool. All right. I just wish they chose a different art style, a new one. I like it. I find it pretty appealing for me. Hello Greedo is the Senate. There you go. Star Wars Resistance is decent, not as bad as I thought it would be. Toxic Acid. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. First episode. I mean, I haven't seen anything past that. Alright, I guess I'm not going to be able to get a goddamn extraction match. I gotta know how you play with that helmet. It eats my mind. The Senate. It's actually an Oculus Rift. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get blast. I have an Oculus Rift inside of my helmet. I have a pair of Dr. Dre Beats headphones in my helmet as well. And it's great. It's fun. Excited for Grievous, Jordan. Yeah, I am. It's... You know, I don't really like playing as heroes that much. I would rather play Blast or Extraction, you know, these grunt modes that don't have heroes in them. But I'm not necessarily... I don't know how to explain my excitement for Grievous. It's more of a technical excitement. It's more of a... I just want to see how he is implemented in the game and animates and dies and plays and fights, you know what I mean? It's more of that aspect. I'm not necessarily excited to have Grievous in the game because I love Grievous or anything like that. I'm just curious how he's going to play, you know? A sling, Makatsi. Dude, you know what? My buddy bought a sling package for the sports package. The Sling TV is, yeah, sports package. And he was over in Germany, and he thought, you know, it's an internet TV service, so wherever you are on the globe, you should just log into your Sling account and be able to watch some sports, right? That's how I think. It's just a big global internet community, right? But no, when he was in Germany, he upgraded his Sling to be able to watch Florida Gator football game, and it was blacked out in Germany. Like, it said, we detect that you are not in the United States. You cannot watch this game. What kind of shit is that? It's the internet, man. Don't lock things behind arbitrary borders. Come on now. Come on now, internet. The Clone Wars versus Rebels versus Resistance. I'm trying to play the goddamn game. It keeps saying players needed. Players needed. I've tried 2 different game modes. Players needed 8. Players needed 9. Not my fault. I'm trying to play the goddamned game. Let's try... Oh, I need to play the campaign soon. Again. Let's try Galactic Assault. That's always a winner. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, like I said earlier, out of Rebels, Clone Wars, and Resistance, the one that hooked me right off the bat is actually Resistance. I enjoyed the first episode of Rebels. It's been a long time since I've watched it. I've only seen the first season of Rebels. I enjoy pockets of the Clone Wars more than the others, you know? But the first few episodes didn't really do much for me, at least from what I can remember. I also started early with the Clone Wars movie, was one of the first things that I watched. Resistance has hooked me quicker than, than any other Star Wars TV show in terms of, you know, quickness. Whee! 3-player kill streak within like 10 seconds. Whoa, yikes. Hold on. There we go. Do you think this December will feel weird because being the first year since 2015 without a Star Wars film to look forward to? Jacob Dreams. No, it won't feel weird to me. Because I'm on the flip side of that. It still kind of felt weird that we were getting Star Wars movies in December. You know what I mean? So frequently. That's what felt weird. It's not gonna feel weird now that we're not gonna have one. That's not to say I wish there wasn't one, or wish there was one. But no, not gonna feel weird. To me, at least. I would have been fine with like Solo coming out in December, right? I think that's kind of the general consensus. Do you own any lightsabers, Joe Lennon? No. I own like just one of those cheap pop-out ones that, that like you put batteries in and you know what I mean? You like flick your wrist and a lightsaber pops out. That's it. I don't own any like replicas or anything like that. I'm not much of a collector anyway, so. If I did get one though, Joe, it would be Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi green lightsaber. That's what I would want, and I would have it just kind of hanging in my office as a nightlight or something like that, you know, just some kind of ambient light. But I don't even know where I would get one from. I'm not in the market. What's your favorite Star Wars helmet besides the Stormtrooper? Fugitive, Predator. What's up, Fugitive? Not in terms of what I own, right? But in terms of everything in Star Wars. Probably one of my... I don't know, man. Biker Scout is maybe my second favorite, you know, helmet or costume or outfit or whatever you want to call it in Star Wars. Oh, no, I'm going to die. Nope, maybe not. If I did not have a set of Stormtrooper armor, I would probably I would probably end up going with Biker Scout, you know. Maybe in the future I'll end up building Biker Scout. We'll see. What's up, Venom? Someone suggested we should be making a Mino thing. So should I make one? I don't know what a Mino thing is. I have no idea what that is. Appreciate that, Freddy. All right, defending, nice. Nice.
Transport's ready to launch.
Amino. No, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Do you think they should bring back the Infiltration game mode from the old EA Star Wars Battlefront? Infiltration? From 2015 Battlefront? I'm trying to think what that game mode was.
Why casual?
What do you want to see Jedi Fallen Order?
Ooh. Jonathan. Jonathan Haskett. This is kind of... I wrote... You can hear my paper here, right? Oh, the Rogue One game mode. Okay. One second. On this piece of paper, on my notepad of video ideas, that's funny how super chats always come in like boom, 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 boom. One sec, guys.
Comment. I hope Django Aaron the Mandalorian show. And my question, how about those Chiefs?
How dare you, Chiefs fan, Gooner Chiefs fan.
I don't know. Why casual?
Hey Greedo, did you see Venom? I thought it was pretty bad, messy story, and now I'm sad face.
Chris Mark, Gooner Chief, Jonathan Haskett, thank you guys so much for the super chats and the channel support. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go in the order that they're on my screen, if that's cool with you guys. Jonathan Haskett, what do you want from Jedi Fallen Order? This actually goes to a video that I'm making. Kind of. It's perfect Star Wars game. It's just kind of the note that I have written down. And I'm going to run my mouth in this video for probably 20 minutes about my perfect Star Wars game. And I'm just going to, you know, it's going to be fun. Anyway, Jedi Fallen Order, what I'm hoping for from Jedi Fallen Order is a Skyrim-style Star Wars game, completely single-player. That's what I want. Huge RPG elements, a world to explore and walk around. Not only a world, but star systems to explore. Hop around star system to star system, planet to planet. Really, Jonathan, I don't know if you've heard me say this, but it really is my dream game at the moment. A Skyrim-style Star Wars game. Shit. I think that would just be incredible. Now, do I think it's going to be like that? No, I don't. But that's what I want it to be. I kind of have a feeling it's going to be a straightforward, like, I don't know, an Uncharted style Star Wars game, pretty linear, and short, if I had to guess. I'm not privy to any information, but that's just kind of, you know, my kind of, I don't know, my shitty, what's the word I'm looking for? My shitty guess, I guess. But yeah, I really just want it to be an RPG, you know? A single-player RPG like Fallout or Skyrim. But I have a feeling it's going to be nothing like that, you know? But Jonathan, I appreciate that channel support. I hope I answered your question there. But that's kind of my dream. We'll see. We'll see.
Why casual?
Shitty. Shitty. Psychotic, thanks, man. Give me 1 sec. Gooner Chiefs fan 123. Hey, Greedo, I got a question and comment. Comment, I hope Boba and Django aren't in the Mandalorian show. And my question, how about those Chiefs? How dare you? How dare you? That was a pathetic performance by my Jaguars. Pathetic performance, man. And yeah, I'm kind of with you. Well, not kind of, 100% with you. I don't want Boba or Django to be in The Mandalorian. I don't want any character that we already are familiar with to be in The Mandalorian. This is a perfect opportunity to give us something completely new. Even with Resistance, like, it's cool that Poe's in there and everything. But, you know, the show really doesn't need him. It really doesn't need him, you know? To me, when you keep bringing old characters back and back and back, it makes sense for the Resistance, though. But with Mandalorian, if you just keep bringing characters that we're already familiar with back into stories over and over and over again, maybe I'm alone in this, but to me it starts feeling stagnant. It starts feeling like things aren't really progressing. What the hell? Seriously? Did I... What the hell? I just spawned on this dude. What? Son of a bitch. Can I kill myself? Yeah. That's dumb. Yeah, I don't want Boba or Django to be in there. I want new characters, new stories. And to me, that's where the excitement lies. I mean, am I alone in that? Am I alone in that? What's up, Mad Dog? But I appreciate that channel support, Gooner Chiefs, and go Jacks. Chris Mark, hey Greedo, did you see Venom? I thought it was pretty bad. Messy story, and now I'm sad. There's your Valentine card. No, I haven't seen it, man. I haven't seen a movie since... in the theater since... am I gonna take this guy down? Bet your ass I am. Seriously? Woo! Punk. I haven't seen a movie in the theater since Solo. And the reason is just because I have a baby now, you know, and it's hard to find time to go see a flick. But we might go see First Man this weekend. I'm not too sure. Going out of town too, so I don't know if we'll have time to go. But honestly, man, I'm not in any rush to see it. I watched the trailer when it first came out, and I was like, it just does not look like something that I would like or get a kick out of as much as I don't know, as much as I do enjoy superheroes and those kind of stories. I'm kind of sick of them, and Venom doesn't look good to me. I haven't really heard good things either, but then again, I haven't really sought out many opinions on it. But Chris, I'm sorry to hear your movie-going experience was not up to your liking. Perhaps we should start asking for refunds. I appreciate that channel support, though. And Psychotic, shit, oops, sorry, had to do it, just drawing. Nice, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. I know you always draw whenever you're listening to some live streams, so it's pretty cool. I'm always curious what everybody else is doing while they're listening or watching my live streams. And I'm also curious, does most people like listen and not even pay attention to the video, you know? Do most people treat this as like a podcast where the video is just almost unnecessary? I'm curious. We about to get Venom 2 though. Really? Really? They greenlit that? That's interesting. Most excited to see what the galaxy is like under control of the New Republic. We never saw that in the sequel movies. Logan, that's a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. I kind of have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of that that New Republic oppression, you know? I think we're going to maybe see a little bit, not necessarily an evil side, but we're trying to do the right thing here, New Republic ways, and that might mean doing some bad shit to get our point across, you know? I'm curious if there's going to be some moral blurring of the lines and resistance. Probably.
The survivors are scattering, but they have nowhere to
Even when I watch podcasts, I stare at the screen, so yeah. Nice. To me, it's both a podcast and a stream. I stare at the screen, so yeah. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, you deleted your message. I was wondering what the hell happened there. Mandalore will not be controlled by the New Republic. New Republic has no army, so how are they going to control a planet with a warrior culture? What are you talking about? Talking about resistance. Not Mandalorian. Is sci-fi your favorite movie genre? Spicy salts. It's hard to say what my favorite is. I love kind of movies based on history. Especially, you know, like Apollo 13 is in my top 5 movies. The Right Stuff is in my top 5 movies. 127 Hours is probably in my top 10. I like movies that are kind of based off of real events. That's probably... I don't know. Sci-fi is... The thing is, there's so much shitty sci-fi out there, right? There's so much shitty sci-fi out there. So when you find a good gem that you like... yeah, when it's good. Sci-fi is probably my favorite. When it's good. Yeah. Oh, man.
Just in time. Local forces barely fought off the
Your streams are like a podcast to me. I usually do things on your Discord while I listen to this. I only ever look to leave a comment. Might just be me, though. Nice. Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of people do that. That's kind of... Whenever I watch streams, it's usually a podcast that I'm actually listening to. I rarely watch anybody play games. If I do, it's maybe while I'm feeding my daughter or something like that for 20 minutes. I'll put on somebody's live stream on my TV, and I'll feed my daughter with a bottle and just watch somebody play like PUBG or something like that. You know, something that's a little, maybe a little tense if you're watching it. But yeah. Jesus. Damn it. Have you seen Rocket Jump's video on how Star Wars was saved in the edit? It's a really well-made video. Mad Dog Productions. No, I feel like I've seen the thumbnail for that video, but I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm assuming he's talking about Lucas's wife and all that stuff, right? And I think I vaguely know the story. But I'm sure his video has a lot more information than I know in my brain. So, no, I'll check it out. I feel like I've seen that video in my recommended list so many times. For whatever reason, I've never clicked it. I know you like a lot of synthwave, spacewave, and it might be weird, but sometimes I just listen to Blade Runner 2049 soundtrack. Love it. Love the movie. A+. That's not weird at all. Good soundtrack. Probably good working music too.
A really good six-pack. Also, favorite Superman story.
Oh man, Gunner Chiefs, thank you so much for the super chat and the six-pack, man. I greatly appreciate that. Forgot to say, get a six-pack with my donation to drown your sorrows. So with a 15 total, get a really good six-pack. All right, that sounds good. You know what? I'm gonna actually fill up my growler with that. Is that okay? A gallon growler? from my local brewery, if that's okay. Also, favorite Superman story. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the Super Chat and channel support. My favorite Superman story is probably a season. What is it called? Shit. It's actually on my bookshelf. I have to go look at it. What is it? For All Seasons? Superman for All Seasons? Is that what it's called? That's one of my favorite comics, Superman comics I've ever had. I think that's what it's called. Superman for All Seasons. Yeah, Superman for All Seasons. To me, wait. That's not the cover I'm thinking of. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, Superman for All Seasons is one of my all-time favorite comics. It's I guess it came out in 2002. I didn't realize it was, and I've had it since then. But it's always been one of my favorite. It's you know, I'm a sucker for an origin story. I'm a sucker for Superman just being a good dude, being a Boy Scouty type of guy, doing the right thing. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorites. But really, Gooner Chiefs, probably. See, I don't like Superman for All Seasons. LOL, Lionel. What? You want Superman to be like super fucking ripped, and fucking just kicking fucking ass? Superman just so fucking badass. He just fucking punches through walls and just fucking rips people's heads off and breaks fucking necks. That's what I want my Superman to be. Superman for All Seasons is a quaint story about a kid in a town. And that's what I like my Superman to be. But I've always enjoyed more than anything else. Oh, one sec.
This is a podcast stream. Relaxing enough to be a podcast. Rita's charmed to be a stream. My poll on Twitter voted on a random SWTOR.
Damn. Psychotic, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. But Gooner Chiefs, my favorite, like, all-time Superman stuff is the like 1930s, 1940s cartoons. You know, I'm sure they're on YouTube, but I have them on my computer, and I love them through and through. He's like kicking the ass of. He's just dominating. I don't know, bending 88 cannons and anti-aircraft stuff, and just kicking the shit out of the German war machine. I fucking love those cartoons through and through, and they're hard to beat. That's my favorite Superman stuff, probably. And I have a little secret. I like Superman Returns more than Man of Steel. I haven't seen Batman vs Superman yet. My buddy said do not see it because he knows what I like Superman, you know, what I like about Superman, and he knows that I will fucking hate that movie. So, yeah. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I like Superman Returns better than Man of Steel. I like Brandon Routh as Superman. I thought it was, you know, it was a boring Superman movie, but to me it was more Superman than Man of Steel. That being said, I really, really enjoyed the first half of Man of Steel. I really did. It was a good origin story, and I'm a sucker for an origin story. And then it kind of went downhill from there, you know? Psychotic. To me, this is a podcast and a stream. Relaxing enough to be a podcast, and Greedo's charmed to be a stream. My poll on Twitter voted on a random Star Wars draw. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, a poll on Twitter. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I get that. I wouldn't call this charm. I wouldn't call this charm. But no, I get it. A little bit of a podcast, a little bit of what's going on in the world with life, a little bit of Q&A, shit, a little bit of getting launched across the map. Yeah, man, I appreciate that channel support. I'll have to check out the poll. Oh shit. Yeah, we might actually destroy this MTT. It's rare that I see that happen. I recently got Battlefront 2 on sale, having a blast, pun intended. However, I'm having a hard time with ground classes, Assault, Heavy, and Officer. Any advice? God, I don't even know, man. Like, I'm so infrequent, Moises. I'm so infrequent. Like, last match, I got 8 kills in a row. 8 kills in a row, and I was at the top of the leaderboard. Now I have 6 kills, and I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard. You don't want advice from me, man. Honestly, I really don't know. It just, I find that whenever I try to, like, camp or sit still, I do even worse. The times I do best is when I'm just pushing, running around like a madman. You know, just, I don't know. Yeah. The reason I've never done, like, a tips and tricks in Battlefront 2 video is because I have no tips and tricks to give. But it's cool that you got it on sale. I know it was on sale for like $5 or something like that on the PlayStation the other day, wasn't it? Ah, shit. At least that's what I thought I saw on Twitter. Maybe not. Josh, we just kind of planned it that way. We had some complications in, you know, for a little while, but then it worked out. Yeah, it was, yeah, but things worked out. Yeah, it was planned. It was planned. We just decided we had one more, like, big trip in us, and then we would have a kid.
Transport destroyed and Separatists on the run. Patch yourselves up.
Yeah, didn't Mitch, God, I forgot his last name. He was one of the writers on Battlefront 2's campaign. Didn't he post something about it being $5 on the PlayStation? I think he did. Yeah, I did see the General Grievous leaked, right? They, if it's just the single picture, yeah, I saw it. It's General Grievous. Hurricane Michael, screwed with my plans this week and classes got canceled at my university. First thing I do, hop on and see you playing actually gives me something fun to do now. Nice, Connor. You should hop on and play yourself. Yeah, I forgot about Hurricane Michael. My sister and her husband and her kid, or their kid, live in Pensacola, and it looks like it's gonna come right at them. But you know, we've lived in Florida almost our entire life until we moved here when I was 11 or 12. I'm 32 now, so 20 years. Been through a lot of hurricanes. We have, I know we have a way too lackadaisical attitude about them, but be all right. We're actually going to Pensacola this weekend. We're leaving Jacksonville to drive to Pensacola to go towards the hurricane. Just to visit family. $5. Oh, in the U.S. Okay. Are you going to get the new Padme book? I'm actually really interested, Gunnar. Yeah, I plan on reading it. That's the thing, like, I'm curious about Padme book because I don't really know too much about Padme other than the films, you know. I don't, and Clone Wars, obviously, but a character like that with a little bit of little paper backstory would be interesting. I'm also looking forward to reading Master and Apprentice, isn't that what it's called? Some prequel era books. I do have to finish Thrawn, though. I haven't picked it up in about a week, and I'm like 90% done with it according to my Kindle. I just need to steam through it. Ah, punk. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go get that guy. Ah, son of a bitch. No, I haven't read Phasma. Already having kids, inventing Eagle. I'm 32. I'm 32. I don't know what... I'm probably not going to read a Star Wars book next when I'm done with Thrawn. I kind of need a little break from Star Wars books. I read Last Shot, and I read... what did I read? The Naturalist. Then I read Last Shot. Then I read The Restless Way of John McCain book. And I'm reading Thrawn right now. And after Thrawn, I'm probably going to read a book called I think it's called Life 3.0, and it's just kind of a guy from professor from MIT who talks about the future of artificial intelligence and its implications on humanity in the future. I don't know. It sounds interesting. Sounds like something that would be up my alley. You know? Damn it. But if I'm kind of, I don't know, after reading that, I'm in the mood to read like a Stephen King book. I've never once read a Stephen King book. I didn't realize they were so goddamn long. They're super long. How much? You really have 1,300 pages to write about a cemetery where you bury dogs and they come back to life? It just seems crazy. But yeah, I don't know what I don't even know what Star Wars book I'll read next. Maybe Master and Apprentice. It sounds like something different, you know. Damn it. No, I didn't get Tales from Vader's Castle yet. I probably won't, honestly, until the big volume comes out, which is unfortunate. I wish they came out with the full volumes, like, at least around Halloween, so I could read them around Halloween when I actually had a desire to read them, you know? Because in May, when that full volume comes out, I'm not going to be interested in it, you know? Yeah, Jack Marius, big time. I miss it quite a bit. I don't really have regrets in life. I don't really think that way. My brain doesn't work that way. But the one thing that I wish I would have done different is stayed in the Navy. Yeah. I miss it quite a bit. Nice, you should. Read The Shining. What's up, Thad? Yeah. I wouldn't mind reading that. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the movie. I don't know why. I've seen it multiple times. I don't know why. I've never really gotten into it. Yeah, I really don't know why. Didn't Stephen King not like the movie, right? He didn't like the movie? Or maybe is that some, I don't know, urban legend?
I don't know. Fly casual.
There once was a farm boy named Luke who thought his life was a fluke. He met an old man, saved the princess with Han, and blew up a giant nuke. Thumbs up.
Here we go with the rhymes, Ryan. Ryan Harp, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. It's good to see you. Oh, one sec. Nice. There once was a farm boy named Luke. He said he had to take a huge duke. That's not what you wrote. There once was a farm boy named Luke. He squatted in the desert and he pooped. That's not what you wrote. That's not what you wrote. There once was a farm boy named Luke, who thought his life was a fluke. He met an old man, saved the princess with Han, and blew up a goddamn giant fucking nuke. I appreciate that, Ryan. Thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. Damn. The only reason I pronounced it Han was because, man, you gotta force the rhyme. You gotta force the rhyme. Our team is just destroying them. I just bought Battlefront 2 on my PC so I can play it here other than my Xbox. Too bad my download speed is 5 megs a second. Yikes. Takes 4 hours. You wanna inside pixels? You want me to boast about my internet speed? Oh, googly moogly. Oh, googly moogly. I have fiber, and it's I average whenever I do the speed test 950 up, 950 down. That's my average, and it doesn't even make sense. It's not fair that I have it, but it is goddamn ridiculously crazy. 950 up, 950 down is the average. Obviously, it kind of it never really goes above that, and it rarely goes below that, but it is just a pipeline of just speed, man. Pipeline of speed. So I download games, I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. 9 megabyte PUBG updates just boop. Let's go palp, let's go palp. It seems like, at least in the States, it seems like fiber is becoming pretty common. At least in my area and some cities that I have friends in and whatnot. Fiber seems like it's kind of becoming the new norm, which is awesome. Thoughts on Fortnite, spicy salts. You know, I don't really get into it. It's fun enough. I've only played a few rounds of it. But it's not my type of game. If I'm gonna play a battle royale style game, or you know, a shooter in general, I want something to be a little more tactical, I guess, not as arcadey. Battlefront 2 is about as arcadey as I like to get. If I'm playing a shooter normally, I like to go for stuff like Day of Infamy or Postscriptum, or like Red Rising. What is it called? What are those called? Red. No, what are those games called? They just made a Vietnam one. They had a World War II one. I played that for a long time. I'm sure somebody will post it in the chat. Just can't remember what it was called. No, not Red Dead. Rising? Something Rising? No. I don't know. Can't remember. Red Orchestra. Red Orchestra. There you guys. There you go. There you go. Appreciate that, guys. Yeah, something a little more realistic, one shot, one kill. You know what I mean? When I see... Sometimes I'll, like, just pop over to a Fortnite stream and watch a kid play Fortnite, and how quick they build and just fortify the area around them, it just... To me, it does not look fun. Because I don't have that kind of quickness about me, you know? But I get why it would be fun to play a game like that, you know? Just not for me. Just not for me. It's Red Orchestra Rising Storm. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Why did I think Rising? Oh, Rising Storm. Okay, nice, nice. Whee! Mountain Blade Warband is the most tactical game I've ever played. Andrew, I've always wanted to play that game. And Chivalry. Mountain Blade and Chivalry have always been two games that I'd like to try out, but I never have. And probably my next game is going to be, that I get, other than like Fallout 76 and stuff like that. I still want to play that new Friday the 13th game, but it's $40, man. That's just stupid. $40 for what I think is one map, and it's just basically, obviously the experiences vary, but one map, and okay, it just doesn't seem worth $40, you know? It seems just insane. Insane. Are you planning to get Black Ops 4 for the Battle Royale this Friday? Makatsi, I actually didn't know it came out this Friday. Probably not this Friday, then. I'll probably wait until my buddy wants to get it so we can play together. I'm out of town this weekend, but yeah, eventually I'll end up getting it. Probably, I'm in no rush, you know. It looks awesome though. I watched a couple of gameplay videos like a week ago or so. And it looks pretty great. Looks pretty great and smooth, you know. AH Gaming 113. Yeah, I need to. I really need to. I'm so close to finishing it, and I just need to get it out, you know. And the thing is, the longer I wait, the more I think about I want to change this and that and that and that and that and that. And it's just like an endless project. I just need to say, okay, this page is done. This chapter is done. You cannot add more or edit this anymore because it's just, you know, I always want to go, you know, I want to say it differently. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of the year, maybe for Christmas. How about that? Fortnite, to me, got way too popular too fast. No doubt it's a good free game to play, but it's not very deserving of the praise it gets. Yeah, it's weird that certain things just hit. And for a free-to-play game, it is pretty crazy that it is free-to-play, you know? But microtransactions, right? They made billions of dollars, probably.
Fortnite suffers terror for me. I've watched too many players, so now I just feel incompetent. Same goes for Rocket League. Hype for BO4. Time to kill is a bit slower than BO4, though.
That's what I saw. Star Wars Ramblings. Mr. Andy, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Man, I got a frog in my throat. That's what whenever I watched the gameplay videos that I watched of the new Black Ops Battle Royale game mode thing, I kept thinking to myself, wow, everybody is like a bullet sponge. It takes so long to drop somebody. And maybe that's adjustable per server. I don't know. Maybe there's a realistic mode that eventually will come out, which I would much rather prefer than having 100 bullet sponges on the map. But yeah, that's the one thing that kind of turned me off. I still want to get it, but that is definitely a thing that is a big negative to me. Because I definitely prefer games that have quicker consequences, you know. That's just me. Fortnite suffers pro terror for me. I've watched too many pro players, so now I just feel incompetent. Same goes for Rocket League. That is... Yeah, whenever I do go... Well, like I said, whenever I do watch a streamer or something like that, it's not even necessarily the gunplay that makes me go, oh, I don't want to play this, or oh, I would suck so bad. It's the building aspect. That just seems like it's a pretty big learning curve, and I'm not that quick. My brain doesn't work that fast to try to build walls all around me. And out of all games I've ever seen people like play super fast, and where I've gone, holy shit, how does someone's fingers move that quick? Fortnite is one, and then StarCraft is another. Those two games, and maybe like League of Legends whenever I've tuned into a few streams, but those games, like, holy shit, man, I don't know how people play them the way they do. It's crazy. But yeah, when you see so many people that are so good at a game, it really is kind of like, you know, I think of my nephew who's 8 years old. Is he good at it? Maybe he, I don't know. And then I watch some of these streamers, and I'm like, is it fun for him to play? Is he as good as these guys? Is he just getting stomped constantly? Give my nephew a chance, please. Please. But Andy, I appreciate that channel support, man. No desire to play Fortnite. Nah. Nah. Whoa! Damn it. What can be put on a bounty hunter's bandolier? I don't know. Anything, I guess. Maybe some Nutri-Grain bars. Maybe a little Walkman, little headset. What else? Maybe a little bottle of water. Maybe a flask. Maybe I don't know. Coffee. There you go, Makatsi. A little bit of coffee. Maybe a little bit of espresso.
Look who showed up. Got a friend on site.
And I don't know why I've been doing so shitty. I do, because I'm not come to Japan. I would love to. I would love to. my wife works with a lady who is from Japan. She's only moved to the States a couple years ago, and she only learned the language a few years ago too. And she's always, you know, going over there and visiting her family and bringing us cool, neat stuff back. And yeah, we would love to go. We would love to go at some point.
Republic reinforcements are landing. Ha ha! Enemies retreating. Retreating at last.
Oh man. Take a little sip of water. I'm definitely not at the tip top of the leaderboard. Let's quit out of here. Alright, I got about 7 minutes left with you guys. I'm just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna hang out and shoot the shit. Oh. How would you feel if the next Battlefront was closer to the original games? P.S. You should play the classic Star Wars Battlefront 2 again. Mando man. Look at all those unopened crates that I don't care about. Actually, are those all login crates? They are. Can I bulk open them? No? Well, then I'm never going to open them. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to say I want a new game to be like an old game. I don't really think like that. I don't want to get stuck in that rut of that kind of mindset, you know, of where everything new has to be like the previous games. Even I would rather them try to innovate and do different things than rehashing old ideas. That's just me though. Even if it fails and it doesn't do as good as, and there's a lot of nostalgia with that shit, right? A lot of nostalgia, but the one thing that I do want... Oh, one sec.
Fly casual. Fly casual.
There once was a Sith Lord named Maul, one of Jedi revenge most of all. Two of which he would meet until he lost his feet, and down he would fall. $10 right here. Segredo buy beer.
Ryan Harp, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. But Mando, the one thing that I really, really want for the next Battlefront, or the one thing that I want added to this game, and I don't think it's ever going to happen, is kind of modifications in server browsers and the ability to make our own maps and that kind of stuff, like an SDK for Battlefront, where, you know, we can make our own community, make our own servers, make our own maps, modify our own servers, you know, make them... I don't know, if you've ever played, like, Counter-Strike and everybody has their own server, or you can host your own server and make it your own and kind of modify it, and that's my ideal and dream, is to have a Hello Greedo server in a Battlefront game. A new Battlefront game, you know. Ryan Harp, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. There once was a Sith named Lord Maul who wanted Jedi revenge most of all. Two of which he would meet until he lost his feet, and down a hole he would fall. Okay, oh, I get the rhythm. Okay. There once was a Sith Lord named Maul who wanted Jedi revenge most of all. Two of which he would meet until he lost his feet, and down a hole he would fall. $10 right here, so Greedo can buy beer. I appreciate that, man. There once was... I didn't read that with the smoothness that I should. All right. There once was a Sith Lord named Maul who wanted Jedi revenge most of all. Two of which he would meet until he lost his feet, and down a row... Why do I want to keep saying down a rabbit hole he would fall? Down a hole he would fall. I dig it. I appreciate that, Ryan. $10 is actually a growler fill. A gallon growler fill. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. You ever been in a Star Wars fan film? No, AT-AT, I never have. Never have. I'd love to, though. I mean, there's always opportunities to do that kind of stuff. Always people making fan films. There was one that was filmed around me recently, or at least I think in Georgia, and they were asking people that I know, like, to be in it. I don't know really when that's coming out or what it's going to be about, but Andy, I'm off all next week to decompress from the wedding. Oh, nice. Hit me up if you want to do some duo, some PUBG or something. That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe Tuesdays are actually the best for that, or we can hook something up on the weekend. But yeah, that sounds good. They should allow PC players to design maps that can go into a community page like CSGO custom maps. That's what I'm saying, Mad Dog. Like, you know, that's my dream, is because I used to host Counter-Strike servers, Counter-Strike Source primarily. I did host a Counter-Strike 1.6 server way back in the day before I knew what the hell I was doing. And then I hosted a server, Counter-Strike Source, for a couple years, and I made my own maps. And it was one of my favorite gaming experiences I've ever had to this day. Because, you know, things that I made had like 32 people in them. You know? It was awesome. And I would love to be able to make maps and customize a server in Battlefront. I don't know. Zaylin. PewDiePie only makes videos about stuff he enjoys. I know usually you do the same. Do you think it's just a coincidence, or it because you have both been doing YouTube for a long time? I mean, there's a lot of people, you know, a lot of people on YouTube who just make things about things that they enjoy, right? Yeah, I'm sure it's a coincidence. I do like PewDiePie quite a bit. I never watched him back in the day when he strictly did video gaming stuff, but I think he's kind of gotten pretty sincere, and I kind of like, you know, his personality, and some of his more serious videos are interesting, you know? Yeah. Yeah, we are not the only two people on YouTube that that just make stuff that they enjoy. What role would you find yourself living in if you lived in the Star Wars universe? Something super boring. Something super boring. A moisture farmer with moisture vaporators on Tatooine. How about that? A farmer. I don't know. A moisture vaporator salesman. How about that? Something boring. All right, guys. Oh, yeah. Surfing map. There you go, Mad Dog. Hell yeah, surfing maps in Counter-Strike. We need some surfing maps in some Battlefront, right? All right, guys. I got to get going. I've had this full Nalgene bottle, and I'm about to piss my pants. All right, let me run down the list. Ryan Harp, thank you so much for the super chats and the channel support and the little poems there. Star Wars Ramblings, Mr. Andy, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. We'll definitely play some PUBG soon. Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Gooner Chiefs, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Go Jags. Chris Mark, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Jonathan Haskett, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. And Connor M98, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support as well. All right, guys. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I feel like we had more than that, but I guess not. All right, I didn't miss anybody. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting the channel like you do. Like I said in my Resistance review, give it a shot. I know a lot of people are skeptical, as was I. But I enjoyed the shit out of it, and it hooked me faster in one episode than Clone Wars and Rebels did. Rebels and Clone Wars kind of took me a little while to get into. Resistance, I'm kind of worried that it's going to be the opposite. I'm kind of worried that it's going to hook me quick and then lose me. You know what I mean? But we'll see. All right, guys. As always, take it easy, be nice, kick some ass. And I'll see you later. See ya.